What's up, sis? Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of a Real Girls Girl podcast. In today's conversation, ladies, I want to talk about making a regrets list. So, first, before we get started, let me apologize for my voice. I've been a little bit under the weather, but I really wanted to get this particular conversation out before we entered into 2025. So, please forgive me. Like, we not finna let no sickness stop no show, though. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway. Today, ladies, I want to talk about the importance of making a regrets list. So, this is something that I started doing in like 2020, I think, or 2021 actually. It was right after the pandemic. I started making a regrets list along with my New Year goals. So, I am team like New Year, new me. I love New Year's. I feel like it's new energy, just a reset essentially, and you can reset at any point of your life, but as a collective we all tend to like to reset in the new year. One thing that I noticed though, there are some things that we still carry with us year over year over year, and oftentimes it's regrets, the things that we wish we would have done or would have said, would have tried, the things we wish we didn't do. And so in 2021, I started making a regrets list at the end of the year. And this particular list has been a game changer for me ever since I really have done it. And so essentially, it really is you just taking a pen, piece of paper. I like to get a little creative and I'll go get like a red permanent marker and I'll put regrets real big across the top just to be, a little razzle dazzle, just be dramatic. But I start writing out all of the things that I feel like I have regretted. I regret not finishing college. I regret that man that I dated. I regret the fact that, I did not say yes to that opportunity. I regret the fact I didn't go on that vacation. I regret the fact I went on that girls trip. I regret like a small, large, y'all, I write it all down. And with that permanent marker, with that red marker, I either put an X by it, whatever that, thing is that I regret. I'll put an X by it if it's something that I need to let go of. And then I usually go and get another pen of my favorite color. My favorite color is purple, so I'll grab a purple pen and I'll put a circle around the things that I have regretted, but I feel like I still have a connection to. I regret that I didn't go back to school and I didn't finish my degree. So I would put a big old circle around that one. And then the next thing that I regretted not traveling more when I had the opportunity prior to having children and, getting married. I put a big old circle around that one. And the things that you choose to put that circle around, well, those are the things that you still have an internal connection to. There's something in your gut and your spirit that still wants that thing, that still is hopeful. And if you have hope tied to that, and you got time still, and the fact that you're breathing means that you have time, that means you can go do something about it. That means that in this next year, you can start aligning your goals toward accomplishing that thing or changing that thing. One of mine was the fact that I regretted I did not start traveling and really developing more cultural experiences for myself earlier in life. When I was in my late teens, early 20s, y'all, I was effing off time. I literally, my life was go to work, go clubbing, you know what I mean? I'm hitting up the local clubs here and there, going out of town to go to the club, or go to a house party. Like, that was my life. And, or running behind somebody's dusty son. And I felt like I wasted some really valuable, precious years as opposed to doing something that I genuinely love to do, which is travel. I love traveling. If I could travel every month, I would be out here traveling every month, y'all. And I held a lot of regret for that as I got older. And, for a few years, I really started to kind of get frustrated with the fact that like I would, see people around me really doing that and traveling and coming back, sharing their pictures and, and I was happy for them, but I was also disappointed in myself because I sat there and I was like, dang, you had time before you had children, before you got married, before you, went and stationed yourself in a specific career that took up a lot of your time. You had time to go do this and you didn't. That was a area for me where I did have a lot of regret. And when I started doing this list in 2021, I made a conscious decision that I was going to change that. I had time to change that. I wasn't old. I wasn't crippled. I wasn't, unable, and it's not to have a lack of empathy towards someone that may not be physically able to travel. I'm just using that as an example to say that, like, if there is still will in your mind and capability in your body, you should be out here doing the things that you desire to do as opposed to writing them down on a regrets list. I promise you, your regrets list gonna get shorter and shorter and shorter as the years go by, because you are going to have this starting this. It'll be a very conscious decision now that, well, wait a second, I don't want to regret a whole bunch of stuff in 2025. By the end of 2025, I need my regrets list to be shorter than what it was in 2024. And I'm living proof that that is something that I witnessed. From 2021 to now, I'm so thankful that my regrets list has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. But that is because I'm becoming a lot more intentional every year about not living in regret and about letting go of the things that I have held a lot of regret onto that I can't change or that I maybe don't want to change. So go ahead and grab you a pen, grab you a little cute notebook, and write that down. Make sure you be easy on yourself. Don't beat yourself up about it, because that is definitely a tough list to make sometimes. Like, some of the stuff I wrote on there, I shed a couple tears. I'm not gonna lie. I did. But those were the things that I actually needed to release. So there was some work I had to do. There was some therapy sessions I had to have in order for me to go ahead and truly let those things go. But 2025 is right here, y'all. It's right at the cusp. And I'm telling you, there is some amazing new energy that we can utilize. And we don't have to be out here living in regret anymore. All right. So go make that list. Let me know how you guys, like, once you do, like, drop in the comments. Was it empowering for you? Was it an eye opener for you? Like, let's talk about it a little bit, because this is something that, like, I've been doing a couple years, but I want to keep doing. So I've been trying to encourage people to try it out. It's been phenomenal for me. So let me know how you like it. All right. You already know what I need for you to do. Make sure you take really good care of you. Take care.